Join Gillikin 336 Applied Fitness. For our first exercise, we're doing a Romanian deadlift. For the Romanian deadlift, we want our hips about shoulder width apart. Take a kettlebell about your hip level, retracting the shoulder blades at all times. With a slight bend in the knees, we break at our hips, bringing our butt back towards the wall. Once our chest sits parallel to the ground, we return back to our original position. Common mistake here is rounding at the back. To fix this, we take a dowel rod, place it behind us, keep it in contact with our hips, shoulders, and head at all times while we're performing the same movement. This can also be a regression for the exercise, as there's no load being placed onto the body. If we want to make it a little bit harder, we simply take 2 weights, 1 in each hand, making it a little bit heavier. Next exercise is the goblet squat. For the goblet squat, we stand with our feet again, shoulder width apart. Take a kettlebell up at your sternum level, retract the shoulder blades at all times. We break the hips first and then the knees like we're sitting back in a chair. Common mistake here is our knees going valgus or inward. We take a light resistance band and place it around our knees, cues us to push our knees back out the whole time. If you want to make it a little bit easier, you widen your stance, turn your toes out into a sumo squat. If you want to make it a little bit harder, we add a plyometric or jumping pattern to our squat pattern. Next exercise is going to be a bent over row. For the bent over row, we stand with our feet about shoulder width apart again, hinging at the hips with our chest parallel to the ground. We take a weight in each hand, retract the scapulas first, then flex at the elbows. Common mistake here is difficulty retracting the scapulas at that angle. We can regress the exercise and fix that by standing in a staggered stance. Keep that back leg locked out. It's going to change the angle at which we can bend over, making it a little bit easier for us to retract those scapulas and flex at the elbow. If you want to make it a little bit harder, we can do the original movement pattern, but this time we're doing it unilaterally on one leg. Our next exercise is going to be a push-up. For the push-up, we're going to be in a prone position. We want our feet together, toes together, heels together. We want our hips in line with our shoulders and our shoulders above our hands. Lower ourselves down, push ourselves back up. Common mistake here is hiking the hips up too high or dropping them too low. Fix that. We can add a foam roller to our back. If the foam roller rolls forward or backward, it's cueing us that our hips are too high or too low. Regression for this exercise would be keeping our knees in contact with the ground at all times. And a progression for this exercise would be narrowing our surface area of our hands by bringing them together for a diamond push-up. Our final exercise is going to be a farmer's carry. For the farmer's carry, you continue to take a weight in each hand, retract the scapulas. You want your shoulders in line with your hips at all times, and simply begin to walk. Common mistake here would be rounding the back. We can fix that by beginning our exercise with our back against the wall. We want to keep our hips and our shoulders in contact with the wall. It's going to cue us to maintain that position throughout the entire time of the exercise. Want to make it a little bit easier, we lighten the weight load. If you want to make it more difficult, you do unilateral farmer's carry by keeping one weight in one hand and keeping the other hand free. It's going to pull our bodies this way. We have to maintain a strong posture.